Good morning. Yes, indeed, it's 4 AM and I'm here in sunny Birmingham, ready to get back to Lanzarote. This is travel day. What are we going to do today? Well, hopefully it won't be as disastrous as the last travel day where there was a massive delay. We are flying Jet2 back to Lanzarote. We're on a 6 AM flight. And, well, today's question is the airport in Lanzarote overcrowded? That's what the mainstream media are reporting. They're saying when you arrive, there's huge, massive queues and chaos. I don't think there is, because I've not seen any chatter on these Facebook groups. And you know where you get the real gossip, on bloody Facebook. Chat, chat, chat. Anyway, let's go. 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why I'm so awake, but I am. Let's go see what we can get up to in Birmingham Airport. Let's go. So, as always, I have dropped myself off at the free car park, saved myself, I think it's £6 now, and this is the walk down. I mean, it's not that far at all, look, it's a nice little tunnel, and well, for £6, I'm more than happy to walk down. Now, that taxi cost me only £21 from Sutton. That was really cheap, actually, because I paid £31 with Uber to get picked up, but that was from the non-free car park. Had I have walked up this way, well, I'd have saved myself a little bit of money on that as well. But when you land at 3 o'clock in the morning, you just want to get home, don't you? But it's been a flying visit. I shall tell you what I've been up to on the way. But let's get down here. There's quite a few people that have got the same idea as me. The free car park was quite busy. People getting dropped off up there. And what would you do? Let me know in the comments. Would you be doing the free one and saving yourself £6? Or would you be posh and getting a door-to-door service? Plenty of poshers, isn't there? Car rental there, look. There's so many cars on the road here as well. I'm just going to take a quick detour down here, because on this side of the road you can have a good old nose at all the planes. And I know I've got a load of aviation boffins that watch this channel. Well, it's a travel channel after all, isn't it? But what I do like is you can see the planes. There you go. I don't know if one of them's mine, but Jet2, they're getting absolutely massive. They've got so many planes. You got Jet2, you got, oh no, that's all Jet2, and I think there's a TUI over there as well. There you go, that was for you plane spotters out there. Anyway, what have I been up to? Well, flying visit, went back for Mum's birthday. If you didn't see the video before, she usually comes out for a birthday, but she's not been too well. She was bloody fine. I reckon she was blagging me, to be honest. Picture of health, she was. Anyway, she looked after me, and I took her out for her birthday, and we went to see Karate Kid. What a great son I am. But she actually enjoyed it. So, you know, I'm a big Karate Kid fan. It is my favourite film in the whole world. And I went to see Karate Kid Legends. If you haven't seen it, I loved it, and even my mother loved it as well. We went to the Sutton cinema. We had one of them sofas. Cinemas have changed. Bloody sofa and everything. It was really comfortable, but the film was, well, amazing. And I will do a review on it over on the other channel, the full-on show. So if you haven't already had a look at my other channel on YouTube, I've not done much with it yet, but the plans are there, and that's going to be more of a generic thing where, well, we can talk about things like Karate Kid, because this is Mr TravelON, and this channel's all about travel, isn't it? And talking of travel, well, we're nearly there, and I'm not allowed to check in online again. I don't know what Jet2 are playing at, but it wouldn't let me check in online. It said I had to go to the desk. So I'm hoping there's not a bloody queue. But this is definitely the better option, walking down here, because we are literally here. It's a 5-minute walk, if that. Not even that. So let's get inside and let's get to that check-in desk. We're here, and just in case you have a visit in Birmingham Airport, where to check in? Well, Jet2 are number one, look. We've got EasyJet, Ryanair, TUI. I'll tell you what, Jet2 seem to be becoming the number one tour operator, or the biggest. Indeed, they've certainly taken over TUI, I reckon. What do you think? Here we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't even need to check in, but they're making me, and now I've got to stand in this bloody queue. But there's a lot of them, look. Absolutely loads. Massive operation. Right, let's get checked in. Here we go. Yeah, got to wait here to check in. Oh, God, can't be bothered, but we shall wait. Let's see. Staff are really helpful though, always smiley, and they're like Butlins red coats, aren't they, in the red uniform? Well, we're moving fast, and I tell you what, there's loads of bloody staff. This is one thing I don't understand about Jet2. They've got loads of staff. Like, from the minute you get here, there's like loads of people like checking you in. Then in resort, there's all the staff. They've got a massive, massive staff. Crazy, isn't it? But it keeps people working, so happy days. Right, let's go. There you go, that was simple, easy, everyone's friendly. And we're checked in, boarding pass got. Now, we've got to get to security. Let's see what that's like. Oh, God. Right, I don't know what these lot are doing. Scan a code. I don't need to do anything. I think that's to check your bags in. And then this is the exit. Look, straight there. Massive, massive operation. Massive. Have a lovely holiday. Let's go. So I think, oh, departures. I can get the lift. I can get this. Can I get this way? Can I go that way?
Not at the moment, so
Oh.
if you head down to zone B,
That way.
departures.
All right, perfect. Not allowed up there. Bloody hell. Come on, let's go. I hope this isn't going to be as stressful as the other one. So like I said on the other video that I did, there was a massive delay. I went home, then I went back to the airport. Then there was a further delay. God, it was harrowing. Then we didn't land till 3 o'clock in the morning. People annoyed me. But it makes for a good video. I tell you what, I don't ever want to get delayed and I never want problems, but it makes for a much better video, doesn't it? If stuff's going down. I mean, if this video is titled Amazingly Smooth Travel Day with Mr TravelON, chances are you ain't going to watch it. But if the title of this video is Disaster, you're interested. Well, so it swings and roundabouts for me. Whatever happens, happens. I just have to go with it, don't I? There's your assisted travel through there, look. If you ever need assisted travel, and they're still doing the building work. So they're still going with the building work here, and this was causing massive, massive problems some time ago. Well, about a year ago now, wasn't it? Probably more than that. But it's still a long old trek down to departures. But you can always stop off in Spa and get yourself a drink if you need to. Go. I think this is it. So when they were building, this was Rand. Old police are over there, look, keeping everyone under control. And this is departures, look. It's still the same situation where you have to get the lift up. I don't like it because you have to get into a lift with strangers. What if one of them lets one out at this time of the morning? I'll tell you what, it might be me. I had a curry the other day. Bloody hell. We're going up. I don't like being in lifts. Here we go. Well, let's get out of here. I don't like being in lifts. No one talks. There we go. Look, there's security. Not allowed to film past here, so I'll see you on the other side. Well, we're through. That was easy. 10 minutes. Let's say 15. Let's say 15. Didn't get stopped. I thought my bag was going to get stopped. I got like 4 bags of Skittles for Alfie in there. And some caffeine tablets as well, which I ordered off Amazon, just to keep me perky. I thought, well, to be honest, if I was doing the scanning, I'd definitely say, what's this geezer got in here? Look like a load of pills. But it's all machines now here at Birmingham, so you don't even have to take your electricals out, so it's straight on and straight through. And we're walking through this bit now. I have got a little rant coming up, just some observations I've made, but let's get through here because it's quiet. Right, that was quite a little thin walkway, and obviously you get people in front of you that walk slow, don't you? But then it sort of opens up and we're rocking and rolling. Here we go, duty free. We'll have to come back and have a little look, see what we can find in here that's expensive. You know me, I like to see what's expensive in here. What's this gold stuff? This is the new vodka, isn't it? Blue bubblegum vodka. What has the world come to? What has the world come to? I'll tell you what, it's a good job I don't drink anymore. I've been necking all of this. Dear gosh. So I've got some rants and observations coming in, of course, mainly about people that just amaze me on a day-to-day basis. And you see them all when you're at the airport, all walks of life, and especially when you're in security. So let's discuss. Right, we're through duty free. I am going to take you on a little whistle tour of Birmingham Airport, but let's discuss people. I've got a few things to say. Crocs with socks, don't ever talk to me. Slippers, slipper sandals, or flip-flops, or whatever they're, slipper sliders. Let's call them slipper sliders. Sliders with fur on them. What are you ladies doing? The need to talk whilst in queues. What is it? And I'm going to be honest with you, and you know I love you ladies, but it's always you that are nattering. Yapping, can't keep your mouth shut for more than 10 minutes while you just get through a bloody queue. Holding up the queue, having a chat, standing there in a conversation, queues moving. I'm like looking at them going, come on, want to stop yapping and start moving? The blokes are just stood there in silence. We're watching what's going on, we're observing when we need to move and where we need to go. And the ladies, well, I don't know what you find to talk about, honestly. Because in 10 minutes, I've told everybody my whole life story, and that's me done. But anyway, there you go. I've come right the wrong way now. Right, so during that rant, I literally come to the end of somewhere, and I'm up by the Burger King, look. And it is mega busy this way, look. Look at Wetherspoons. It's absolutely rammed. It's rammed. Everyone's on the beers at this time of the morning. You've got a Popeyes coming here as well. Never had a Popeyes before. I fancy trying one of them next time. Might be open. Look at that. But it's just busy. Food and drink at this time of the morning. Another rank coming in, you know it. Here we go. The Brummy Burger, look. The Peaky Blinder Burger. There you go. I don't think the Peaky Blinders would be eating in here, would they? Looks nice though. Peaky Classic, look. How much is that? Let's have a little look. Well, the burger's 20 quid and the Peaky Breakfast is $16.99. Jesus Christ. I wonder if Thomas Shelby, if he really existed, he'd be turning his grave, wouldn't he? He was a man of the people, old Thomas Shelby. $16.99 for a bloody breakfast. Absolute joke. We've got WH Smith's here. Possibly the best place for a meal deal, although I do still like Boots, but WH Smith's are stepping up their game, aren't they? They really are. And they've even got a pharmacy now, look. They're proper taking over Boots. So you've now got a WH Smith's pharmacy. They've gone from selling pens to paracetamol. What the hell is going on? But Boots are losing the plot, to be honest. You've got JD Sports. It's the usual stuff. I've shown you around here before. But it's very, very busy. So, I think that was it with the rants of people. Just people being disorganised. I mean, it says 6 times as you're walking through, take your liquids out. But there was still a woman stood there necking a coffee. Necking a coffee in a flask by the bin. Get the coffee down me. Surely you knew to have drank that before you got to the gate. Just to slow everybody down. Anyway, there's my rant for the day. I'm going to keep it positive. And you know what I always say when I get to an airport? I'm going for a wee. I'll see you in 3. And I'm going to get myself a bottle of water. I'll see you in the quiet zone in a bit. Right, been for a wee. I'm relieved. I've got to get myself a bottle of water. And I'll take you this way and show you what's this way. Starbucks, look. Hen party with the pink hats. They're going to be causing mischief. Mind you, they're in the Starbucks. They're not in the bar, are they? I'd have thought the hen party would be here, look. At the Prosecco bar. What the hell? A taste of Italy, the Prosecco bar.
Oh, yeah.
Who's drinking Prosecco at this time of the bloody morning? It's busy though, look. You crack me up. People crack me up. Bit of Prosecco. It's not even 5 o'clock in the morning. I think even when I was a boozer, and I was a boozer, I never used to get on the beers at this time of the morning. I don't think I did anyway, I can't remember. I think I arrived drunk. I usually arrive drunk from the night before. That was usually me. And I'd just go to sleep. And I'm going to get a bottle of water from WH Smith's. Super dry. Pret a Marge, look. Pret a Marge, as I said in London Airport. Anybody fancy a Pret? Jesus Christ, replace the E with an A. A Pret. Most expensive thing I've ever seen. Meal deal, that's the best. Let's go see how much one is. I don't want one because I ain't hungry, but $6.99 these ones. But these are the good ones, I think. $6.99 for that. Actually, they don't look too bad. Let's have a look. There's a big selection. I'm sure they've gone up $6.99. Bet they're cheaper in Boots. I think they're $5.99 in Boots. But you've got a bigger selection in WH Smith's, and it's a lot posher. Anyway, I only want a bottle of water. Right, I'm furious. $2.95 for a small water in WH Smith's. Now, I did see there was a sign at duty free as I came in, $1.95. I'm going to go and get a $1.95 one from duty free. $2.95 for a small water. Do you know what I'm going to have to do? And, well, I always say I don't trust the fountains and filling up, because I know you can take them plastic bottles, can't you? And being the tightest man on the internet, as you know, the only thing I do part with is money for water, because I don't really trust these fountains. I don't know who cleans them. Do you know what I mean? I don't know whether they're getting cleaned properly. But I'll tell you what, a $2.95 for a small water, stick that right where the sun don't shine. I'm going in duty free. I'm going to get myself a $1.95. Here we go, look. $1.95. The only downfall is it's not in the fridge, but we can live with that. So while we're in duty free at the Birmingham Airport, let's see what the most expensive thing is we can find. Let's go. Well, it ain't going to be chocolate, but you can get a massive, massive bag of chocolates. Toblerone, as I've said this before, the only place you buy a Toblerone, isn't it, the airport? But there's got to be some stuff here. This is the food section. Let's get further afield. It's usually the smellies that's expensive. All the glasses. I'll have to have a look at the glasses, actually. Let's have a little look. Problem with glasses is, well, you have to check all the labels, but them are 164, look. Michael Kors, reduced from 197. Now, there's a big selection. Loads. Right then, this lady's just found me the most expensive pair of glasses in duty free are these ones. What make are they? Buvgleri with a V, can't even pronounce them. €483. What do you reckon? Tell you what, I'll be a they them to wear these. €483. I'll have two, please. There you go. What do you reckon? I thought they suited me. €483 for a pair of glasses. They weren't even that nice, were they? Look like bloody Dame Edna Everidge or whatever her name is. Or who was that one off Coronation Street? Deirdre Barlow. Bloody Deirdre Barlow glasses for $483. Right, we're in the smelly section. Let's see what's the most expensive smellies. Right then, we've got Les Exclusives by Chanel. This apparently is so exclusive that you can only get it here. And there's a little desk. Look, there's a little desk. Check this out. You've got a little desk there, look. And these are the Les Exclusives. And they've even spelled exclusives, look. It's special. Is that the right way of spelling it in a different language? Or is that a little gimmick? But here we go. I don't know how much these are. They're that exclusive, there's no price on them. Oh, here we go. 320, look, but I don't think they're the exclusive ones. I'm gonna have to find out. Right, just back to the lady. They are exclusive. They're about $4.50 normally, but if you buy at the airport, $3.20. And there's loads of them, look. Look, you got all these different smells. All these different smells. La Pausa, look. That's if you've got the menopausas. Number 18, I thought it was Chanel number 7, or is that another one? Gardenia, for the gardeners. There you go. Sycamore. Boy Chanel, look. There you go. That one's for me, isn't it? Let's have a little spray of that. The Boy Chanel. I'm pretty sure this isn't for boys, but at $3.20, I'll have a few squirts. Smells all right, let's get out of here. Bloody hell, I could be walking out here looking like Deirdre Barlow and smelling like Amanda Holden. After a session on Britain's Got Talent. Right, let me get my bottle of water and I'm gonna go sit in the quiet area, come on. Right, so far so good on the board. I've got my bottle of water at $1.95 and we're at gate 3, look, 6:15. Still got an hour, but I'm gonna head that way anyway because it's quieter. Right, I'm going completely the wrong direction here because I'm used to flying Ryanair, aren't I? I usually do a bit of Ryanair. I don't usually do Jet2, but they're on the low numbers. Ryanair on the high numbers, like 40, gate 40 plus. We're on gate 3, which is this way. Completely new to me. Let's go. Here we go, look. 3 minutes. unless you're stuck behind people. Oh dear me. Why is it that people that walk slow, now I'm not having a go at people with disabilities or age or anything like that, so don't start moaning at me. Some people can't walk. If you can't walk fast, stay on the side. Don't walk in the middle of the goddamn corridor. I'm sorry, but stay on the side. Because some people are trying to get past. And as for them escalators that you stand on and go further, they're there to walk on, not to stand in the middle having a chat. They're there to make you walk faster. So don't stand there in the middle. Stand on the bloody side so that those that want to get somewhere fast can walk faster, like a running machine. Oh God, is that another rant? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Bloody hell. A bit of a hold up here. I've been on the bloody road. I bet there's a cyclist up there holding somebody up, for sure. There we go, EasyJet. Ryanair over there, look. I just think Birmingham might be a little bit more of a slow pace, because in London, I call it London rules. When you go on the underground in London, everyone knows what to do, don't they? If they're slow, they go on the side. If they're fast, well, you just get out of people's way. Birmingham just seems to be a slow-paced place. We're a bit more chilled in Birmingham, unless you're me. I just want to get through. Corridor's too small. Far too small. Right, let me navigate my way through here. Oh, so we're in this other lounge now. There you go. This is a lot posher than Ryanair, look. You've got an all-bar one through here. Not been in this bit before. Got a Costa coffee. Ryanair, you've got nothing. Ryanair, you've got gates, but we're on gate 3. There's another W8 Smith here. I needn't worry about getting a water on that side. You've got everything this side as well. It's like a separate area. Hey, it's dead posh in this side. Nice little Costa. And I can see Jet2 there, look. Gate 3, that's where we are, look. You can see those in red, waiting for Mr TravelON. But nowhere to sit. Jesus Christ, I'm going to sit over there. Well, like the king of the castle here, look. I've got a comfy seat. Only because I'm sat in a bar, look, my handbag's falling down. It's because I got that Chanel on. Like you ladies, look, my handbag's falling down. I've got the comfy seats, I'm sat in a bar because there's no bloody seats to sit down. At least with Ryanair, you might be miles away, but there's always plenty of seats to sit down and relax. I've had to come and get in a bloody leather seat, but I'm comfy, so I'm going to chill. I'm actually quite calm because, well, like Karate Kid Mr Miyagi, the new Karate Kid Legends, has so many life quotes. One of which is, one tree, 2 branches. I won't give you any spoilers, but that is the new quote. We are one tree with 2 branches. No, do you know, I've forgotten it already. One tree with the same branches. I don't even know. Anyway, go and watch Karate Kid Legends. I loved it. I loved it. There was a guy that came on my YouTube and said he thought it was the worst thing ever. So he got me worried. He's seen it before me. I thought it was good. So whoever you are, I can't remember your name, I liked it. It was all right. So where am I? Sat. All bar one. Let's have a little look here. Might as well chat to you and show you what's going on in the world. So you can have cocktails here, look. $12.95 for an elderflower and cucumber gin fizz. What the hell? Mango picante, $14.50. Long Island iced tea, $12.95. Porn star martini, oi oi, $13.50. Oh, you've got everything here. 35 quid for a bottle of wine. Mrs TravelON would neck one of them before getting on the plane for sure. $8.85 for a glass. This is the problem. This is the problem. This is all geared towards females. Us blokes, I mean, even I don't drink anymore. I'm happy with my water, but us blokes just want a pint, and I don't even think you can get a pint at all bar one. There's not even a pint on here. It's all matcha and pineapple sodas. Look, stylish soft second. That would be for me. Matcha and pineapple soda, $5.95. Elderflower and cucumber. What the hell? Who's drinking elderflower and cucumber? What is this, a new thing in the world? Oh, I'm done. This is what I would be on, look. When I was a boozer, a row of shots, 28 quid. Let's get them down, yeah, and knock yourself out. Right, I'm gonna sit here and chill. And oh, hang on, before I do, food, let's have a look. Just to get on there, come on. Let's have a look at the food. Nibbles. Nibbles, it says. $3.95 for a nibble. Jesus Christ. Small plates, $9.95 for hummus and flatbread. Or you can have a share in one, look. Perfect to share between 2 or 4 people. That'll be 2 people in my case. Fancy a glass of wine or 2? See our drinks menu for the full range. You can have, I can't even pronounce it, or you can have nachos for $13.50 to share. Or $28.95 for some kind of, I don't know what it is, a board of food. Jesus Christ. Do you know what? I'm glad I'm the tightest man on the internet. $18.95 for fish and chips. $19.95 for a burger. And $31.95, that's the most expensive, look. 21-day aged 10-ounce ribeye steak with king prawns, beef dripping, thyme sauce, watercress. $31.95, 1,402 calories. I shall have 2 of them, please. Let's go. And my balls. Right, I shall see you, I think, on the other side, unless something else comes up. See you in a bit. Right, we've got final call. Oh no, that was for Venice. That wasn't me. So, gate 3 is open and everyone's going through. But I don't want to get caught in this trap. I don't even know what time it is, but everyone's standing waiting. You know I'm not going to be one of them. And, well, I made the mistake coming out. The lady lied to me and said that flight was full, and I'm sure there was the row of 3 available. And you know my little hack of getting on last and seeing what's available. I think I'm just going to hold out here. I ain't going anywhere. I ain't moving. I reckon they're going to move us from here down to another waiting area, like sheep, like cattle. There you go, look. But let's see if I can grab myself 3 seats together. Fingers crossed. We're through without a glitch. Now, I don't know if we're walking to the plane. I might be on one of them grey ones. Don't know whether we're walking to the plane or whether we're going to get on via the thing, whatever it's called, the air ramp or whatever it is. I hope we're walking because I like getting a little shot of the plane. I like seeing the plane, what I'm getting on, you know what I mean? See if there's any gaffer tape hanging off it or anything. Oh, I reckon we are, look. We're going to walk to the plane. Here we go. And I took my jacket off because I was bloody roasting in there. That's the problem with England. Everywhere you go indoors is roasting. I think I'm going through the menopause. Here we go, look. Jesus Christ. Oh, we're on this one, look. Look at that. Look at that. That's what we're on. Happy days. That's a lovely view, that is, isn't it? I'm happy with that. Right, come on, let's get on. I reckon I'm almost the last. I'm almost the last. I'm going to get on at the front and see what seats are available. I'm going to grab myself a row of 3. I'm feeling lucky this morning. Woo! Well, there you go. You got a lovely grey one there, look. And the white one here. Hello. I certainly much prefer coming on this way, look, so you can get a good old view of the plane. I love standing here. You just get to nose everything, don't you? Hello, mate. You all right? Come on, let's get up these bloody stairs. There we go. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Lovely lady down there, look. Oh, there's some more people coming. Oh, am I going to be on last? I bloody hope so. These are not even people doing the hack. These are just people that are disorganised. Get a little view of the captain there, look. He's got his window open, bit of fresh air. God, imagine sitting in that cockpit all day. Bloody hell. There you go. A little last look at Birmingham, look. A few more people getting on, not too many. Come on, we're on. Hello, you all right? Morning, you all right? Here we go, let's go. Right, I'm in a row of 3. Don't think there's anybody else to get on. We may have blagged a row of 3 here. This will be heaven. Put my feet up. God, fingers crossed. Somebody can sit in the aisle seat. I'm happy for someone to sit in the aisle seat. In fact, British Airways, when you book the premium, all it is one seat with a seat free in the middle and then another seat. I've definitely got these 3 seats together, unless there's going to be 3 straddlers that are just like delusional. We're rocking and rolling. fingers crossed, I'll let you know when we're taking off. This could be an epic fail. I thought I was safe, like literally, there's 3 people just got on. Like, oh, this is gonna be a failure. I bet you I'm gonna end up back up there. I'm gonna get my bag ready. Walk straight past. I honestly thought, like literally everybody's on, they were almost closing the doors, and then 3 people got on. Do you know what? Now, I know I'm last on the plane, but I don't know how they could have been that late on this plane. It's like unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I mean, I wasn't late on the plane, I was just trying to be the last one, but I was on time. Anyway, let's get ready to go, and I'll show you the takeoff as always, and hopefully see you in Lanzarote in a bit. You're not going to believe this. I mean, literally, the flight is taking off in 5 minutes, and 3 people just got on. Literally, 3 ladies just got on, row 14. I'm now back on row 29A, and I'm by the window, but I haven't got 3 seats together. Gutted. So here we go, finally taxiing to the runway. Let's get the last views of Birmingham. You know what I always say, let's cue the music. There you go, we're up in the air, we're ready to rock and roll. I'll see you at Lanzarote, and we'll see if there's a massive queue to get through security. The downfall for me is my bloody case is down in row 14. I'm on row 29, so I'll be last one off as well. The joys, see you in a bit. Well, my ears are popping, which means that we're making our descent. Actually quite a pleasant flight. Seats were comfortable. My bum's not asleep like it was on the way here. The only difficulty I've got now is getting my bag from row 14, but that's my own fault, isn't it? Quite a quick flight, it went quite quick. Lovely couple over here sent me over a bottle of posh water. I felt like I was in a club, you know, just send a drink over. Got to open the blinds. Getting told off and I have my seatbelt on. I didn't even realise I had my seatbelt on then. So yeah, we're making our descent. I'll show you the landing, and I'll see you when we get down there, and we'll see how many people stand up as soon as the plane lands, as always. Right, plane's turned, sunglasses on. Let's see the landing. Here we go, we're turning in, and you know what I always say? Cue the music. very successful landing. We're back in Lanzarote. I'll get my stuff and we'll go and see if there's a queue at passport control. The Mirror or the mainstream media would have you believe there is. Let's go see. Seatbelt signs are not off. Let's see what happens when they do go off. You can hear people clinking them already. Here we go. Boom. Right off.
Cabin crew, just found doors for arrival.
There we go. Well, I can't go anywhere, can I? Because I've got to go that way to get my bloody bag. But it means I can get up at the front, I think, and speak to the captain. And you know what question I'm going to ask. It's as flat as a pancake, I'm telling you. Right, this is a disaster because I've got to get that way. Everyone's going this way, so I've got to wait now. Get down to row 14, get my bag and get off, and I think we're on the bus. But Mrs TravelON said I've had an email and I've just seen I've got a text message saying there possibly will be congestion. So they are saying that there'll be congestion at passport control. So let's see what happens. We will see what it's like, won't we? And I'm going to be the last one out, so I'll be able to see just how bad it is. Right, row 14, we're here somewhere. I can see my bag. That was disastrous. That was absolutely disastrous. But we got it. And that certainly, it wasn't like half the plane were going forward and half the plane were going back. Everyone was coming towards the back. It was stressful. Right, I'm off. Let's say goodbye to the crew. See you later. Thank you very much. Is that the captain?
Yeah.
Captain? Yeah. Thank you very much for a pleasant flight. Can I ask you a quick question? Yeah. Is the Earth flat?
Is the Earth flat? It's very much not flat.
It's got to be. He says it's not, folks. You heard it there. See you later. It definitely is flat. It definitely is. They always have a smirk on their faces. They do always have a little smirk. Well, they probably think, who's this nutcase? Right, let's get on. We're here. The sun is shining. Here we go, look. Back in the weather. There's the old captain up there, look. He knows it's flat as a pancake. And we got the old bus to ourselves. Here we go. Here, look at that. We can get a good view here, look. That one bus is on its way there. So if there is a queue at passport control, well, we're going to be right at the back of it. And now we're just waiting for the straddlers. I've come up the back of the bus. We'll be here for ages because we've got to wait for everyone to get off now. And then I think there's a few assistant travellers on there. But God, again, little rant, only a slight one. The flight was perfect, to be fair. A lovely couple next to me. Lovely couple that sent a bottle of posh water over. So that was nice. Disastrous with the 3 seats. Them 3 ladies that got on the plane, I swear to God, they got on like literally within 2 minutes of the flight taking off. But that was it. But then trying to get back to row 14, it wasn't the case. It was my fault because I go in the wrong direction. But people they just dawdle, taking their time, yapping again. Get off the plane, and they're yapping and talking to the people behind them and touching babies and going, oh, isn't he cute? Just get off the plane, for crying out loud. I'll tell you what, it's people that cause congestion. If there's congestion at the airport, it'll be 20% airport fault, 80% bloody people's fault. Actually, wasn't that long a wait. And I don't know how far we are, but we're off anyway. Let's see what passport control's like. I'm worried now. I'm worried myself. Here we go. I don't know where we're going actually. We're sort of up by Terminal 1, where the domestic flights go. They leave from just here. But it's only a small airport, so we'll go around. And as the mainstream media said, a small airport in the Canary Islands can't handle the amount of passengers. There will be chaos. So we shall see. Today is Thursday as well, so it's the biggest arrival day for Lanzarote. So, I don't know, it's about 10:30. I mean, it might get busy in the afternoon. We are on an early flight, so let's see. Here we go. So far, so good. There's nobody bloody here. I reckon they might get busy in the afternoon, but for now, oh, yes. Wait till you see this. I spoke too soon. It's not huge, but it certainly is huge. If that makes sense at all. You know me, I never make sense. This is bigger than I've ever seen it, to be fair. Here we go, look. So they've got all these bloody machines here And this is the problem. They're still in the wrapper. I think it was a year ago, they were still there. It's absolutely pathetic. This is why there's queues. Right, it's 10:50 now. So we'll see what time I get out. I don't think it'll be too long, but these are the machines, look. All they have to do is take them out the bloody wrapping and plug them in. It's an absolute joke. I'm sure it was almost a year ago since I came here and showed you them machines. They've not been touched. It's ridiculous. Thanks for me water. That's a lovely lady that bought me a bottle of water, bless her. It's posh as well. Posh water. Posh Jet2 water. Right, we're still going round and round like a zigzag. It's a bit of a queue here just to get through, and that's because, well, the machines are over there for your passports, and these are all the machines here. Like I've said, there we go. We get a close look at them. Look, these are all the things that scan your passports, take your picture. I mean, come on, they've got to get these in for summer. No, it's just ridiculous. We're in June soon. A few days till June. So it's not actually that bad. There is a queue, but we're not too far away from the front now. 25 minutes, wasn't too bad, but not fit for purpose. Not fit for purpose whatsoever, these machines. They're 10 machines and like 50 not doing anything. 3 of the machines were broken. And, although they're machines, you're relying on human beings to be able to open a passport and put it on the screen properly. It is like watching. I can't even give you an example of like what it's watching. People are just, they haven't got a clue what they're doing. I don't blame them, because some people aren't techie, are they? But they put the passport on. Here's a little tip for you, which I was watching, because the lady kept putting it in and then putting her hand on it and pressing it down. When you put your passport in, whack your hand on top. There is a diagram that actually says that. And then push it down on the bloody glass, because people are just placing it in. Oh, anyway, 25 minutes, you can't complain. I'm going for a wee. I'll see you in 3. Here we go. I've had a wee. I'm ready to rock and roll. This is the baggage. If you're coming through Lanzarote Airport, you get your baggage from here. As I always say, top tip for car hire, always have one person get your baggage and organise there. You try and organise your car hire this side, because the other side is a little bit busier. So try and get your car organised this side while somebody gets your bags. You'll be a little bit more organised, and it will save yourself some time. Well, there you go. Welcome to bloody Lanzarote Airport. In all honesty, and you know, I'm always a positive person about Lanzarote, Canary Islands and everything. I think the summer's going to be a little bit crazy. I think you've got to prepare yourself for long queues at that passport control. We're on one of the first flights landing. There was a couple that landed for sure. I saw there was some Irish people there. Sure, there was some Newcastle people in the queue. So that was like 2 flights, and it was busy. Imagine when they all land at once. Thursday's your most busiest day, and Sunday's also a busy airport day. Anyway, let me take you through here. Take you upstairs. Mrs TravelOn's waiting for me. Look at that, Jurassic Kingdom, look, big advert there. That way is where you get your buses. There's your tour operators there, look. Oh, sorry mate. It's tripping people up. And then we're going up this way, here. We're going up this way. If you get a transfer, look, a lot of the transfers, look, he's organising the buses for the transfers. So these are like private transfers, and he has everybody organised. A good bloke he is. Hello, how are you? You all right? Are you getting a transfer? Yes. Where are you going? Oh, have a fantastic time. See you later. Hello, my man. This is the main man. This is the main man. He'll have you on a transfer. Come on, I'm going. Come on, let's go. He's been here. How many years have you been doing this?
I don't know.
Even when I was here at the airport, that was...
No, but we started in Porto de Carmen and we come into the airport.
He's a legend. He's been here. How many years he lived in Lanzarote?
Now, I don't remember.
20? About the same as me, I think. We go back a long way. Good lad. He's been here ages. Right, come on, I'm outside. As that guy said, I said, there's going to definitely be problems in the summer. He said, yep, I can definitely see that. And like he pointed out, I said, they've got 10 machines, 4 not working and about 50 sitting there redundant. And he said, yeah. And then 2 police checking the passport. So you have to do the machine, and then after the machine, you then have to queue for 2 people to open your passport and stamp it. I mean, it makes no sense. So they've got 2 police on. It's going to be an absolute nightmare. Do you know what? I don't like the mainstream media, but when they're warning you of chaos at the airport, well, I can't dispute it. You know I like to debunk them, but on this occasion, I think this summer you're going to see chaos at the airport. I'm not sure, and I hope not. There she is, look, Mrs TravelON, waiting for Mr TravelON, look. God, get ready, she'll yap my ear off all the way down. I don't know whether she's driving or I'm driving. Hello. Hello. Here she is, look. Have you missed me? Yes. Dear God. Right, I'll see you. Knock my glasses off. I'll see you in the next one. She's already doing my head in, look. Right, come on, get going. So wave it. Oh God, here we go. She won't leave me alone now. Right, I'm gonna get this in here. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and I hope there's no chaos at the Lanzarote Airport. But prepare yourself just in case. See you later.